Lying in your neutral position, low abdominals engaged. Sense of the weight of your pelvis. Breathing wide, full breathing. Lifting up your left leg to a 90-degree position as you exhale. As you inhale, lowering your leg down. Changing sides. Exhale. Inhale, leg coming back down. Exhale, leg floating up. Inhale, leg coming back down. Continue to alternate sides, feeling the weight of your pelvis, the stability of your pelvis, and awareness of which part of your pelvis is touching the ground. If you're struggling with the breathing, continue to breathe as you can, alternating legs coming up and down, and keeping your focus on your awareness of your pelvis and the stability of your deep abdominal connection. About 8 each side is usually enough. Reach your fingertips down towards your feet, and as you breathe out, allow your arms to float up. And as you breathe in, gently coming back down again, with an awareness of your shoulders not moving towards your ears. Exhaling up and inhaling back down again. Softness of your jaw. Shoulders staying away from your ears. Almost as if they're sliding down as your arms come up. Keeping your arms up this time. Feeling the sense of weight of your shoulders. And as you breathe in, the width of your rib cage. The length of your spine. Awareness of your core. Space between your ears and your shoulder blades staying lengthened. Arms are turning back down by your sides. Turning your palms to face up to allow your shoulders to relax. If it's not comfortable, keeping your palms face down. This time bringing up your left leg to 90 degrees. Feel the stability of your pelvis. Both sides equally weighted down, and when you're ready, exhaling, lowering your leg down, lightly touching the ground. Inhaling, your leg comes back to your 90-degree position. Repeating the same side. As your leg is going down, sense that drawing up through the center. Feeling coming from your pelvis as your leg comes down. So 2-directional movement. Down with your foot and your leg, and up through the center of your body. So notice how your pelvis is touching the ground, both sides equally weighted into the ground. Awareness of drawing up through your pelvis. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as your leg comes back up. Changing sides over now. Right leg coming up as you exhale. Taking a moment just to sense the equal weight through both halves of your pelvis. And when you're ready on your exhale, lowering your leg down, lightly touching the ground. Inhale, your leg floats back up again. Sensing the length through the center of your body, pulling upwards direction as your leg comes down. If it helps to sense your tailbone slightly curling in towards you, without actually moving your pelvis as you lower your leg down, engaging that particular awareness. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, returning. Soft leg, ankle and knee. Bringing your leg back down this time, and bring both feet a bit closer towards your pelvis. You're going to curl your tailbone in towards yourself as you breathe out, pressing your lower back towards the ground. And as you breathe in, returning back to your neutral position, being careful to really not go beyond your neutral. So it's like a tiny pelvic tilt. Exhale, curling in. Inhale back to neutral. So going at the pace that's right for your breathing rhythm. Curling in as you breathe out, feeling how your belly is dropping into the ground. As you breathe in, returning your pelvis and your spine to neutral. Curling your tailbone in towards yourself. Releasing back to your neutral position. Pressing against your feet if you need a little bit of help to move your pelvis. And returning to your neutral position, sensing the length through the centre of your body, your low abdominals engaged. Feeling how your body is connecting with the ground, the back of your head, shoulders and pelvis. Sensing your own alignment. Noticing how you're breathing, full and wide. And then coming over onto all fours. Hands directly beneath your shoulders. Knees directly beneath your pelvis and your hip sockets. Reaching long through the tip of your head and back through your tailbone, lightly curling under. Feel a connection in your low abdominals before you begin moving, and without changing the position of the back of your body. You're going to let your right leg move back behind you, keeping your foot in contact with the floor. Breathing out. Breathing in, bring your leg back to your starting position. Changing sides over, your leg will move back. Exhale. Inhale, bringing it back to your starting position. Sensing for reaching through the tip of your head as your leg moves back behind you. Pressing down equally into both hands. Your hands are a bit like feet now, pushing down to support you to lengthen. Body as still as possible, so just notice as your pelvis moving from side to side. Is it moving forwards and backwards? Are you able to find a way to stabilize and hold it still? So somewhere in your low abdominals, that feeling of drawing together to stabilize. Now we're going to do the arms. As you breathe out, let your right arm come forward and off the ground without your shoulder moving down or up. Alternating sides. Exhale, arm comes forward and off the ground. Inhale, back in again. Shoulder sliding away from your ears, just in the same way as when you were lying on your back, sensing that your shoulder is sliding back down to your pelvis as your hand comes forward. So there's space between your ear and your shoulder. Long through the centre of your body, reaching through the tip of your head. Shoulders moving in the opposite direction. And then from there, lower your elbows down towards the ground. Take your knees a little bit further away from yourself so you can maintain a box position. Pushing your upper back up towards the ceiling, let your head hang. Check your elbows are slightly closer and then shoulder distance apart. Press down into your hands and your elbows as you breathe out. As you breathe in, pushing up between your shoulder blades to feel the fullness of the back of your rib cage. Exhale, pushing down with your arms. Inhale, filling up the back surface of your body. Lifting your elbows an inch off the ground, or if an inch is too tricky, try 3 inches. If that's still not possible, keep your elbows on the ground and aim to lift off without actually lifting off. So if you're not sure about how to set up your arms, as you can see from this angle, my elbows are drawing towards one another. They're not pushing out to the side. Pushing up between my shoulder blades and letting my head really hang down. Breathing in, widening my upper back, breathing out, pushing down, letting my head hang, jaw hang, to create space and a sense of freedom across the tops of my shoulders. And then coming back, sit your pelvis back on your heels, have a rest. If this is not a comfortable position for you to be in, then lying back on your back, hugging your knees into your chest. But if you're finding this position, staying here. So using this time just to return to your awareness of your breathing and letting all that information settle into your body. Bringing your feet back down, finding your way back onto your back to your neutral position. So always taking that time to really sense where your neutral is. In the beginning it's going to feel a bit unfamiliar, but it will become more familiar over time. Lengthening through the center of your body. Low abdominals engaging. Just practicing one last time for yourself. Your leg coming up to 90 degrees. And lowering down, lightly touching the ground. Exhale, inhale, bringing your leg back up again. Doing 4 on one side, and then 4 on the other side, just going at your own pace. So hopefully you have been able to practice today, and I look forward to seeing you in class.